back, everybody. Elvis Costello will be performing later in the show. And my first guest has appeared in numerous films, including the Austin Powers movies and, of course, many, many other movies. Now you can see him in Dr. Vegas, which premiered tonight on CBS. Please welcome Rob Lowe. Look at this. Finally, we can get this over with. Who is more handsome in the end?
Let's do it.
Huh?
You are Conan!
I love it when it's my audience here. I'm stronger than everybody, too. I look good. Thank you very much.
You look like fit and lean, and what the hell's going on?
What do you mean, what the hell's going on? What am I, Ernest Borgnine all of a sudden? I've been a lean machine for years and years.
There's something, there's like a jaw thing that I never really noticed before. It's
really?
All good. Yeah,
always had the jaw. I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're the one that's looking good. And I have to compliment you because I know that you, I'm, as you can probably tell, I think a lot about hair and I use a lot of hair products.
You do.
And I'm secure in my homosexuality, so I'm able to say that. No, but I do, and I know that you care about the products as well. You like to put stuff in your hair.
I hate to admit it, but I'm a hair product kind of guy, and to me, it's not so much about knowledge as it is about volume. So I don't know what the hell I'm putting in.
Right.
You know, my wife buys it. It's in a drawer. It's a mousse. It's a gel. It's a wax. It's a floor product.
Right. An emollient.
It's all the.
And it's foam. Do you ever use a foam? I like a foam sometimes.
Sometimes I shave with it. Other times it goes in my head.
Right. Have you ever tried mayonnaise? I pack mayonnaise in here sometimes. And then I bake it in a convection oven for about 40 minutes.
And it gives you the Bob's Big Boy look.
Yeah, it really does. It moves.
But the key is that when you have that kind of stuff going on in your head, you got to stay away from open flame.
It's true. This thing could blow at any time.
It's gonna go!
I got to be very careful. Now, speaking of looks, I'm going to read you a quote. This is a quote from Donald Trump, who everyone agrees is a tough, he's a cynical, he's a businessman. This is a guy who doesn't often compliment people. And here's his quote. Donald Trump, "Rob Lowe is the most beautiful guy that I have ever seen." That's a quote. So when are you two hooking up? I'm just curious. Because you could do a lot worse.
Yeah, well, the thing about Trump is, we all know Trump's a big fairy. No, I'm kidding, of course. But
and he's on my network, so I defend him.
No, it's all good. I
don't care.
I'm wondering, because you see, Conan, maybe I could be one of his ex-wives.
Yes.
Because, I can be had at a price. I'm not too proud to admit it.
I think we all could. I would marry Donald Trump if I got a big chunk of change.
I'm a for the record, huge Trump fan. I like a guy. He takes a lot of crap, but he's a dreamer. He's an achiever. It's a good thing. But he needs to get off my tip. I mean, come on.
Right. That's nice, though, that he complimented you.
It is indeed. Are you kidding?
Have you seen my Trump impression, by the way? Let me just whack it out here one more time. Check it out.
I gotta say,
yes,
from this angle,
yeah,
really scary.
It was scary, yeah. Many guests say that, and that's just during a regular interview. You've been in this business quite a long time. You started very young. You've met a lot of very famous people, including me, and we're gonna edit that out. No, but I've heard you say that you still get nervous when you meet like a huge rock star, a musician.
Absolutely.
When you meet, for some reason, they're on a different level than the rest of us.
Well, a friend of mine has a theory that if you meet people who are famous before you're famous, they're always, like, you just can't help yourself.
You've put them on a higher shelf.
Yeah,
right.
I met Mick Jagger once, and he's Mick Jagger, and I have this awful. It's a bad habit, particularly if you're going to run into famous people. If they're musicians, in my head, I hear their famous songs, and I hum.
While you're meeting them?
While I'm meeting them, if I'm not careful, like I can remember, he goes, "Hey, Rob, how you doing? It's Mick."
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh. It's really bad.
That's, what did he think? I'm curious.
He said I was a very beautiful man.
Yeah, yeah.
He almost said Donald Trump.
And he kissed you long and hard.
Yes,
Now,
it's very, very sad.
what's about Dr. Vegas?
Indeed.
This is a show about a doctor who's working in a casino. He's working for a casino.
That's right.
So you're trying to save people's lives and help them keep them
It's
safe
all-
and healthy. But you're working in a casino in
Because
Las
a hotel and casino. It's the house doctor at a
Sure.
hotel, but in this case, it's also, it's like the Hard Rock Cafe or one of these big hotel casinos.
Now, did you work with, or did you research? Because a lot of actors like to do research. Did you work with actual doctors that work in Las Vegas?
Yeah, I went and spent a lot of time with the ER docs in Vegas. I didn't want to do it in LA because my sense was if I actually went to Vegas and saw what goes on there, it would be very specific and unique
Right.
to Vegas. And indeed, some of the stuff that these guys see. I mean, I don't want to. I know I know this is a family show you're trying to run here.
It isn't
so.
really. No, it hasn't been a family show in years. Prisoners are watching.
Okay, good.
People taking medication. It's you can go wild.
Yeah, it's. Let's just say, let's leave it at this. It's a lot of stuff about the body accepting things it shouldn't be accepting in areas it shouldn't be accepting.
Good Lord, are you insane? You can't talk that way on this show. Really? I don't want to hear about that, but
No,
I'd
you
like to
don't.
see the x-rays after the show.
I have them.
You have them,
I have
all right.
them. Yes, indeed.
Your co-star on this show is Joe Pantaleone, also known as Joey Pants.
Love him.
Yeah, and we have
So
a
great.
photo of him here somewhere. I just like to look at that photo sometimes.
Yeah, that's my man.
I wish I dressed like that.
That's my man. He's so great. We have such a great time working together. But Joe is the king of swag. Like one of the great things about being an actor is people give you stuff all the time.
Right.
And Joey Pants is one of these guys that I promise you that Kangol hat
Right.
didn't pay a cent for it.
He likes to get the free stuff.
Big swag guy. He's like one of those guys that's like, when you go to McDonald's, don't go to the one like a block away. It's like a mile. The one with the no drive-through. They give you an extra Coke if you go there. I'm like,
That's like you're on TV.
And I'm like, not from that world. I'm
Right,
from the
right.
Midwest. I'm one of these big idiots that, if I say, how much is that wallet? They go, it's $5 billion. I go, oh, great. Sounds good to me.
Right. He's got an angle. I had a funny run-in with Joe Pantaleone, which is I went to a barbecue like a year ago in the summer with my wife, and I guess the people throwing the barbecue also know Joe Pantaleone, so they invited him to the barbecue. This barbecue was held literally 2 weeks after he got his head chopped off on The Sopranos. Like 2 weeks after that, which blew all of us away.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
his head, and I watched his head get put into a bowling ball bag.
exactly.
So I'm at this barbecue, and at the barbecue, I guess they have a lot of kids. These people, they had one of those things that's like a glider. It's like the wire that
The
runs.
line is something as a zip line.
Yeah, a zip line. Like you hang on it, and you can kind of go wee like that, down the hill for
Right.
kids. And it went over a pond, and you could jump into the pond. So 2 weeks earlier, the whole country had seen Joey Pants get his head cut off on The Sopranos, and I'm at this barbecue, and all of a sudden I turn around, and there's Joe Pantaleone in his floral bathing suit going, whee! And drop into the water, and I was like, wow, that's a very hard image. I guess he's fine.
He does
I
that
thought
on
he
the
was
set.
dead, but now he's jumping into the water. Whee!
That's how he arrives on the set every day.
Right.
On a wire.
Well, don't lie to me. I can research this stuff. Now, apparently, I didn't know this, but you were on The West Wing for many years, and there were a lot of complaints from female viewers. I will edit those out. Go back and add them to my monologue. I can do that. I do that. I go in the booth after the show, and I'm like, let's bring down Lowe and bring up Conan and transfer it. The wonders of television. But female viewers of The West Wing complained that you were not having sex on that show, that you were not getting it on. They wanted to see you getting it on with some ladies, and it never happened. What was going on?
They wanted Sam to get a little action.
Right, right.
They would write in and say, what about, anybody? What about me?
Right.
And I said, it was fun playing one of television's great eunuchs. That was,
As one of television's great eunuchs.
yes, you would.
I compliment you, yeah.
Well,
You did a good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
But so could you ever go to the producers of the show and say, come on, let's,
I'm a man with needs.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a man with needs. How hard is that to understand?
I wouldn't say it like that.
You wouldn't?
I'm a man with needs. Come on. It just sounds strange. A man with needs.
Well, we did do a very special episode that they actually canned. My love interest was Donald Trump.
Oh, really? They edited that out.
No, it didn't work.
But you were very well paid.
Yeah,
Dr. Vegas, this show now, we are going to be seeing some romantic situations. Is that right?
In the first few episodes, I have to deal with. I have the other doctor in the office is a beautiful doctor played by Amy Adams, who was on Catch Me If You Can, great movie, and we deal with what it's like to fall in love with somebody at work, and you know you shouldn't, but you want to do it, and it leads to it ends up being a very intense sort of situation. So.
It happened between me and Max not long
I
ago.
know. Max doesn't like to talk about it. Look at how glum he is.
No, now he just rubs his belly.
Oh, now we.
It took over. Dr. Vegas airs Friday nights at 10 on CBS. Hey, Rob, thanks for making time for us.
Thank
really
you.
good to have you on the show. Rob Lowe, everybody. Jill Hennessy coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.